Olive Garden might just be one of my guilty pleasures, especially when it comes to their chicken Alfredo. However, these prices can be quite off-putting, even more so when I consider that I can make the same dish at home for this exact price here. And while I might miss out on some of the restaurant's ambiance, I think even at home that this dish can still be rich, creamy, yummy, and low effort. So without wasting any more time, let's get into how I as a home cook would make Olive Garden-inspired chicken Alfredo. If you've been watching my videos, you know that I always start off meat with a dry brine overnight. And all a dry brine involves for me this time is generously salting and peppering some skinless, boneless chicken breasts on both sides before popping them in the refrigerator overnight. Seriously, it's a game changer and it leads to the most tender and flavorful meat every single time. Now that it is the next day, we are ready to get started. Before cooking, I prep my freshly and finely grated cheese and slice the completely optional garnish, Italian parsley. I also pre-slice my butter and pre-measure my heavy whipping cream for the sauce. Once all of that is prepped, we can start searing the chicken. For beautifully golden crusted chicken, always preheat your pan. I am using a stainless steel that I am going to set on medium-high and allow that to heat up for about 5 to 7 minutes. Once my pan is piping hot, I add oil and lay the chicken breasts slowly and away from my body for maximum safety. For chicken pieces this thick, I start with about 3 minutes on each side, untouched, and then I flip back and forth between the sides in 2-minute intervals until I achieve the crust I'm looking for. Once my chicken is beautiful and cooked, I drop in a cube of butter and baste. Then I immediately pull those off the heat to rest. While my chicken is resting, I am going to bring a well-salted pot of water to a boil and cook my noodles. While my noodles are cooking, I get my Alfredo sauce going. Here is my secret to the best Alfredo sauce. I use the fond built up on my pan from the chicken. This fond is packed with so much flavor. Plus, this method will spare you from having to tirelessly scrub this pan. I set my heat to medium and toss in some minced garlic with some oil. Let that cook for about a minute or two. Then, I add the heavy whipping cream. I use a spatula to stir and scrape the pan, and that fond will easily incorporate itself into the whipping cream. I add my butter in piece by piece, and I am stirring constantly to ensure full butter emulsion. Once my butter is completely stirred in, I let that go for about 3 to 4 minutes until it thickens. Once thickened, I add some salt, pepper, and my finely grated cheese. When my cheese is melted, I immediately take that off the heat and set that to the side. Once my pasta is cooked, I reserve about 1 cup of the pasta water. I stir my pasta into the sauce and add pasta water as needed. The more water you stir in, the looser the sauce will be, so just keep adding a little at a time until you reach the consistency you want. Now, we're ready to plate. I like to garnish this with some extra cheese on top, a crack of pepper, and a little bit of parsley. And of course, you can't have Fettucine Alfredo without the obligatory piece of garlic bread. And that is just one of my favorite easy comfort meals. Anyways, I hope you give this recipe a try. Be sure to subscribe, leave a like, and comment what you would like to see from me in my next recipe video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.